Welcome to the Ecology unit. Today we're going to focus on introducing the idea of what ecology is. Ecology is the study of relationships within an ecosystem or an environment. So it's generally studying the organisms and how those organisms interact with each other and with their environment. An ecosystem is a key concept here. It's really the system that we're going to focus on when we're studying these things. It's very complex, and it's the system where non-living and living things interact. There are two major types of ecosystems. We have aquatic ecosystems, so either salt lake or salt water or fresh water. Things like lakes, rivers, streams are going to be freshwater. Oceans and seas are going to be saltwater ecosystems. On the other side, we have terrestrial ecosystems, so things on land, Earth, right? So a desert would be an ecosystem, a forest, right? So these are types of ecosystems: terrestrial, again, earth-based, or aquatic, in the water. Within each ecosystem, you have two major factors, groups of factors that impact it, or how everything interacts: living things and non-living things. The living things in each ecosystem are known as biotic factors. So these are things like plants and animals, things that breathe, things that are alive. Okay? Non-living things in an ecosystem are known as abiotic. So things like soil, rocks, water. Okay? The word biotic, okay, means living. So you can see here, biotic is common between living and non-living things. The thing that sets it apart is the A, which sort of becomes the non section of in the non-living, abiotic. Okay, all the living things in an ecosystem combine to create a community. Okay, and so a community is basically made up of different populations of living things within an area, right? So a group of species, the same type of animal, interacts with other species to create that population, but it's all about community and that interactions between the biotic factors or living factors. Now, how diverse or different that ecosystem is determined, or is called biodiversity. Okay, and it measures that variety. As you can see here, humans, as we may feel as if we are a huge part of it, of sort of life on Earth, but we are a very minor part. And as you can see from this chart here, the the biodiversity of our planet, where insects really are the dominant species here. Okay, so ecosystems come in many different sizes. Again, as small as a drop of water, as huge as a desert or an ocean. But what we're really studying here is the dependence of the living things on other living things, but also non-living things. So all those interactions are what we're studying here. A biome is a huge geographical region with sort of similar ecosystems inside of it. So terrestrial biome has many different ecosystems within it, but they have very similar plant life. Right, and so Canadian biomes that we have are 5. One is a deciduous forest. We have boreal forests, temperate coniferous forests, grasslands, and tundra. And we'll go into a little bit more information in your OneNote on that. You also have aquatic biomes. So again, that difference between the terrestrial ecosystem or terrestrial biome and then the aquatic ecosystem or the aquatic biome. Right, so the aquatic biomes are classified based on whether they're fresh or salt water. And so there's only the two types here in aquatic, where there are many different terrestrial biomes because it's based on that plant life. So if you look here, this gives you an idea of the different types of biomes within the Earth and how they're spread out. So you focus on Canada here. Tundra is a huge portion of it, but again, many different types of biomes. And if you want, you can pause it here, take a look at where they are, and sort of where are the deserts or the grasslands, the tundra around this the amazing place we call Earth. Finally, it all comes together to create a biosphere. And we have 3 different spheres that create the biosphere. We've all heard of the atmosphere. And the atmosphere is in the air, so that's the first one. It's a layer of gas that surrounds the Earth. You've got the lithosphere, which is the Earth, okay, and that's that solid outer layer of the Earth. And finally, the hydrosphere, and that's where all the water comes together. So if you sort of compare the gas, the Earth, the water, all together becomes a biosphere. Okay, so hopefully you've been able to take some really good notes and have a good understanding of ecology. I hope you're ready to take a quiz at the beginning of next class.